Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Tech and Production. Today I, Bancroft, am being joined by a whole bunch of people today for this two-player duel. Those people are Jimmy,
What's up?
Jake,
What's going on?
and like always, Fluff.
Hey guys, what's happening?
But today, we have a guest who you've never heard of because he doesn't play this card game, but he plays Yu-Gi-Oh! And I think Pokemon?
I play a little bit of everything. I haven't played this game back around set 1 and 2.
I mean, he's the one that got me into this game.
Hey, really?
Yeah, so I'm an OG. I just quit around set 5 or so.
Okay. Oh, his name's Chase.
That's not his name.
No.
It's
You
actually
messed up.
other
No,
Jake.
I'm joking.
Oh, other Jake, sorry.
Yeah, other Jake.
So
Anyway,
today-
what do we got going on today?
So,
it's our finals.
yeah, this was the final round of the tournament. It come down to Gotenks and Baby, which I feel like is going to be a very common occurrence at everybody's locals. Bancroft promised all week he was not going to play Gotenks because I was like, hey, I'll play Baby because Baby beats everything except for Gotenks. And then he shows up and he's like, I'm going to play my one-drop Goku and I'm going to win the game because I'm bad and I can't play any other deck.
There's a video that came out earlier this week showing you meet your Broly BR deck. Sorry you couldn't be part of that conversation, but I can play other decks.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't know what I was playing against.
That's fair. But today you do.
Yeah, I do know this deck pretty well, and I think I pushed it a lot more than I did the first time around playing against this deck.
Yes, I think you did. The final turns, man, I think we were both like either one of us could have had, I feel like. If I recall correctly.
Yeah, I feel like this was a much closer game this time around, especially with the updated list that I've been using.
Which you all will see a profile for that tomorrow.
Yeah. The same thing still stands with this list. I don't need Sensu Bean. It always ends up being charged. Same thing with super combos. Like super combos are I rarely get to use them because most of my attacks are going to, or most of your attacks are going to be negated anyway, and I'm not going to be using them defensively. Only time I would ever use them is for offense. So they usually just end up in the energy.
So conveniently enough, real quick, I did have the perfect opening hand for Gotenks.
Yeah, I mean, I had a great hand too. I opened with Baby Hat Jack, so
yeah, which is your
Opening
turn 3
bit-
play.
yeah. My turn 3 play that I think I played on like turn 4 or 5 in this match.
You might have waited a little bit.
Yeah, I held on to it because I wanted you to build a board and get a little comfortable with it before I put him out on the field. So Chase, do you remember old Green Gotenks back when you played the game?
Yes, I do.
Was it any good then?
No, absolutely not. It was absolutely. Are we talking about the promo one?
Yeah,
Like
the promo
one that
one
came with
from
the first draft box.
Yeah, the draft box one.
Yeah, that was the worst card you could get out of the box. It was like Mecha Frieza, and there was a second card you could get that was pretty decent, but you really just wanted the Mecha Frieza out of that thing.
The Khalifa out of that was great.
Oh yeah, Khalifa.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then look here. Would you ever think to see the day that Green Gotenks would top a tournament?
Yeah, I could see it happening. Like he had some tools. I think it was just that Green really had some issues getting off the ground back in the day.
Yeah, and
It
now
took,
Green
like,
has
what,
too
8
many things to
sets?
get off the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took 8
Yeah.
sets for Green to be good, I feel like.
Took him forever.
It's pretty good.
After they
now.
can sell.
Yeah, Cell was just a menace. I still have like nightmares about playing against that deck.
Alright, so I feel like turn 3 is kind of where both these decks really begin to shine in a sense. Because it's when I pull out my 6-drop Gotenks, and typically, like we said earlier, that's when you're able to play your Hatchiak, which just stops everything. And then from there, as a baby deck, you have all kinds of resources to just stop my attacks.
Yeah, at this point, I had already kind of established my hand. I don't think I did any like Tuffle setups in this matchup just because I didn't want to be taking that much life.
And not sure what happened just there, but let's resume that. All right.
I lost my train of thought after
Tuffle setups. For some reason, the video paused.
Gotcha. I I don't think I did any Tuffle setups just because I didn't want to be taking a lot of life. So I wasn't really focused on that. I was more so focused on just getting cards into my hand that I needed. And off of that life, I pulled a hit, which comes in very useful later into the match.
I always forget about that damn hit card.
Dude, that hit is so good in this deck.
And
It is
I always
so good.
I forget about it because technically normally hit would be 3 energy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But because it has a counter skill, it becomes a 2 energy.
So I'll let you take me down to 4 here, just because I can awaken there, and drawing cards on awaken is always good.
I felt comfortable real quick swinging into you because I got my Unison 7.
Yep.
Knowing that, I felt like he would become a target for you instead of my own life.
Yeah, which I think I really targeted the Unison hard in this matchup.
You did, yeah.
I think you have to. You cannot let that Unison resolve. That
Yeah,
Unison
that
resolve
Unison's
is
too good.
so oppressive.
I think it's funny that I said hit's going to be useless in this matchup, so I charged it. I think I said that to you word for word.
As long as my lead.
Jimmy, I did the same thing when I was playing against Gotenks. And then like a turn later, I was like, man, I really wish I didn't charge that hit. Like
Hit had been the MVP all day, and then I was thinking, he's got all the 6 drops. It's not going to be worth keeping him in hand, so I charged him. And luckily, I had drawn into another one later in the game when he actually become relevant. So bottom deck of Bula. I was trying to set up the Body Snatcher Bula combo early on just to draw some cards, but you KO'd the Body Snatcher, so I was like, just get rid of it in my hand. I'd rather keep a Mechie Orb in hand, or I think I had another Body Snatcher.
Here, I feel like I know it's your turn 4. Your typical play is either play Vegeta on me, ready to rumble, or Hatchiyak.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I swing with lead first just to guarantee that draw. No, I think I hit your life first. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was surprised you didn't swing at my Unison. You went straight for my life that time.
We were talking about this the other night. That's when I think I even pointed at your Unison with my finger, but with my voice, with my mouth, I said swing at lead, just out of instinct. Otherwise, because I was in there saying like, that's why I lost the game. Like I lost the game now because I swung into your lead instead of Unison.
So my eyes may be deceiving me, but did Bancroft just look through your life and like rip a card out of it?
Yeah. And also, I just forgot when he activates that, I have to drop 3 cards from my hand as well.
Yeah. Yep. So go ahead and get that taken care of right now.
That's why it's so critical to handle that Unison.
Yeah, I've had that effect pulled on me playing different decks, and it doesn't matter what you're playing. That's devastating.
Yeah.
I was able to play another Unison right afterwards and put it to 4.
Yeah. Like I was sitting there. I think it was this turn. I was looking at you. I was like, dude, like I just lost the game because I said swing at lead instead of Unison.
Now, truth be told, I did leave 1 energy open. If I'm correct, I had a negate in my hand and also had a blocker in the field. So I was ready to protect that Unison.
Yeah.
But you go into my Unison pretty hard here, though.
Oh, yeah. There comes the Obama token.
There comes the Obama trio.
I just realized you didn't use the other tokens. Just realized that.
Well, no, because
the new ones, yeah. I figured it was on camera, so I wanted to keep Obama out there, you know?
That's fair.
It's election season.
Yeah. Like,
keep him out there for around 4 more years or so.
I felt like Obama would be a much cleaner sight other than To Kill a Mockingbird. So right here, I end up taking it back. I end up taking back that token swing and swing with lead just to get that draw. You were gracious enough to let me do that after I had that devastating moment of saying lead instead of Unison.
Oh, wait a second. Oh, because the first attack goes through still. Okay. I was like, did I negate something? No, I didn't. Okay.
Yeah.
So I blocked the second attack so that way you wouldn't hurt my Unison anymore. My poor Unison.
Poor Unison. Best green Unison in the game.
It really is.
It's too good.
I really do feel like it knocks Demigras off his throne.
So he's a 3-drop unison, correct?
2-drop.
2-drop.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's a 2-drop. Hey, suck turds, nerd, eat this revenge, and also, hey, whenever I get to 7, you're not gonna win.
Yeah, and he has a +2, and he's a 15k beater,
and he's a +1 every turn.
+2.
So, no. I mean, as far as like hand advantage, because he draws.
Oh yeah, yes.
Right.
If I do a unison, yes. Or sorry, a union skill.
Yeah, +1s are good in every card game. Imagine that. Having more cards than your opponent is the best win con across.
It's the most valuable metric in Dragon Ball.
Yeah, and like every other card game I've ever played, it's had a huge factor. No matter which card game you come from, you need to really keep track of that.
Yeah, that is still incredibly applicable in Dragon Ball. Like, I've lost games because I outplayed but didn't have the hand.
And even though Bancroft has a life lead here and has the unison on the table, he is staring down a lot of bodies. And playing against Baby, you can assume that on your turn, if you start attacking, which he aptly doesn't, there's going to be more.
Yeah.
Quick point out, Ghost Tokens should have came up before I +2 to my unison. I did it backwards by accident. But they are in rest mode.
Bancroft likes to cheat. Don't let him forget about that. Just keep reminding him in the comments on that Ghost Tokens come in rest mode and not active. So you just play Hatchiak in the form of a 1-drop green card.
I would say it's like 3/4 Hatchiak because you still get one more attack afterwards.
Yeah, whatever.
And your current attack still goes through.
You get to play that for free.
That's true.
So it's like Hatchiak?
Hatchiak? I would say baby Hatchiak, but that's another card that's actually good. But not to go back too far, but how did having the Super Saiyan 2 Trunks played on you feel as a Gotenks player? Like, I run it through my head, and I felt like putting that on board over Gotenks Baby's Minion, or Goten Baby, or is it Gohan or Goten? Gohan Baby's Minion was a much better option.
I would agree because I wasn't at 6 energy. So in our duel yesterday against that I had with Fluff that you all saw, he played that against me, if I'm correct, and I had 6 energy, so I was still able to continue swinging.
I didn't see it, and with the time that I played it, it was the only negate in my hand, and I had to play it to try to survive. So it wasn't valuable at that point because you were at 6 energy.
Well, I'm talking about the Super Saiyan 2 Trunks, the drop 2.
Yeah,
that's the one.
If you can't swing with battle cards that are greater than your energy. I had 5 energy.
Oh, my bad. I was thinking there's also the energy killer Vegeta. So I thought we were getting that confused. Yeah, I get you.
So I didn't swing that 6-drop.
Yeah,
it's a nasty thing. It really is. So you wait to turn 6? Yeah, you wait to turn 6 for Hatchiak. Dang. That was good though. Like I had 2 6-drops on the board. That wasn't. Yeah, it was. Yeah. So I go ahead and just do. I think I evolve. To kill your Hatchiak. I didn't want to evolve because I like having the 6-drop on the board better.
Yeah, it was important that I was asking you to read the card there because I wanted to know if it had deflect or not. I was gonna ape that off the field and then put an ape and have Baby Hatch.
Yeah, unfortunately, all the new Union Patora Gotenks.
All the Gotenks are deflect, which makes it so hard to play against because you can't stun those plays.
Yeah,
and I think that's one of the like 3 or 4 factors that just makes Gotenks so strong right now.
Yeah, I think it's you've brought this up before, Fluff, that the Gotenks package is just so small.
Yeah.
That's very important.
It's just such a small package, and everything else you can just throw it in there just to fit whatever your meta is.
Yeah, and really, it's small, but it's consistent. So anything else that you would choose to throw in there just complements or enables like sick hand disruption or sick field control or sick drawing or sick aggro. Like,
so
Okay,
right here, this was a very important turn.
This is a very important turn.
Yeah. So I had swung, and then you allowed me to take it back so I can charge an energy because I realized what I had done. Played Ape in response to Dormant Potential, and then I played Hit in response to your Frieza coming out, which stopped Frieza from being played.
Yeah.
Which
That's
was
only because you charged that 7 energy, you're able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just want to make sure we covered that because, like,
no,
I was like completely thrown off when that happened. I was like, "What?"
Could you? I guess you couldn't play the Frieza again because of the wording on the Frieza.
No, you could not.
Well, yeah, because it's never played. The problem though is that because Hit's played, it disrupts the counter timing window because the card gets bounced back to my hand.
I guess the card's not in your hand yet when the counter timing opens for Hit.
Correct.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, well, also the Frieza says that you cannot activate counterplays after activating that counterplay.
That's true. It is. It does phrase that way. I thought it was play. So, what did you swing with again?
So I swung with my lead and followed up with.
That's right. Dormant Potential. We saw that.
Obama.
Yeah, because I had to play super protective because that's right, you countered my initial count. That's what it was. Okay. Yeah.
I think if one thing that we kind of saw in this tournament is how defensive Gotenks can be. Like, Gotenks can be on the ropes, being pushed to its limit, and it just endures. Like, it's just another one of those factors that I hadn't personally been giving Gotenks enough credit for. And you'll kind of see this on Jimmy's turn here.
This is a very important push because I told Jimmy I was hanging on to at least 4 cards the entire game in case something like this were to occur. Because I know how stupid that Golden Ape is. By stupid, great. That's what I mean. It's an amazing card. It really is. And I had to make sure I was safe whenever this were to occur. And this is why I kept 2 energy open up for this turn.
Ape is a good explosive finisher that Blue really needed.
Yeah, and here I told Jimmy, it matters. I need you to count this out.
Yep.
And then the dickhead plays 2 EDKs on me.
Dude, it's so stupid.
And then he plays
3
super
combos on me. I drew my 4th one off on one of those. And I'm sitting just double checking the counts, making sure it's added up right. 45, 55, 65, and you're 70, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I was like I told you last night, I was playing Matt with Soul Striker. And Matt's watching Soul Striker just roll. I mean, just do crazy stuff. And he's like, how did you lose to Gotenks? I was like, because Gotenks is that good. Like, you just can't.
Rolls enough, and the battle cards themselves are strong enough where you don't need to combo it. And I had right there, Jimmy's like, that's game because he couldn't do anything. Because not only that, all I had to do was activate my -7. It would have took one of his life, which I think you had 2 or 3 there.
I had 2, and I used Planet Tuffle because I was trying to dig for an Overrealm.
Yeah. And I still had 2 Ruby hands in my hand, so like any hands you would have potentially had, I could have taken care of. Like,
looking back, I probably shouldn't have comboed my entire field, but at that point, I didn't think you were going to have 2 EDKs plus 3 super combos.
Jimmy, I feel that's so hard.
Dude, I added it all up in my hand. I asked him how many cards he had in hand. I was like, okay, if he even has all 4 super combos in hand, he's going to have to draw into more combo power. But those extra 15Ks off of EDK just destroyed everything.
Dude, it's so bad to go all in on green and then they just combo out of it. It feels terrible.
Another thing I was worried about, which I know Bancroft You want to talk about what card you didn't put into that deck?
So I typically run Gotenks at a 52 card deck. My deck today was 51, unfortunately, because I share my the Xenocell me and Fluff have between Garlic Jr. and Gotenks, and I forgot to put Xenocell back into Gotenks. So I was playing with 51 cards and not 52, and I don't know if it would have made a difference or anything, but man,
I think it would have been meaner with Xenocell, like because that turn that you pushed and kind of like got out. If you had a Xenocell at that point, you could have gone into that ripped cards and then just won. Then probably.
So that just shows that it doesn't really need a secret rare.
It really doesn't. Yeah,
I think you should ditch Xenocell and play Grade 8 Massam.
Which I mean,
just for the flex of saying, hey, I don't even need Xenocell, bro.
Well, and I just want to throw that out there to people who are treating Xenocell like a barrier towards playing Gotenks. I don't think it's a barrier. It is a alternative to finishing the game. It is a safety net, but if you learn your matchups and you're a good pilot, I think Gotenks is consistent enough that I'm even willing to wager that you could play with as little as 2 River Ant.
And just keep in mind, this is me currently, according to Jake and according to DBS stats, the 4th best player in Kentucky right now.
Hey, I was the second when I used to put my points in, but
my points for some reason aren't working. So
I mean, I step back. I'm in a judging role now, so I don't worry about the points. I already know that I'm the best player. Just saying.
Okay.
I mean, Chase knows he hasn't won a game of Dragon Ball in like 5 years.
Yeah, I know. It's been awesome. The card game wasn't even out when I was winning. That's how prehistoric we got to go before I can get the dub.
Like, Chase hasn't been even winning at Dragon Ball. Like, he bought a DVD and he got a copy of Fooly Cooly.
Yeah, but he mains Goki and Yu-Gi-Oh, so that makes sense.
I don't know if it's a dig or not.
Chase just turned like stark red when you said Goki.
All right. So with that being said, just want to say thank you all for tuning in. Like always, like, subscribe if you enjoy the content. Hit that bell for notifications when we drop more stuff. Thank you everyone for being here today.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, everybody.
I'm never coming back.
Okay.
I'm joking. It's been a pleasure.
Chase will be back with Yu-Gi-Oh content one day.
With you, one day, yes.
One day.
I'm gonna go in order real quick. Jake, any final words?
Remember to vote.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy.
I want to go last.
Well, you are last because Fluff closes.
Well, Chase, you go.
What?
You got any closing statements?
To say.
Hurry up.
I don't have anything to say.
You don't have anything to say?
There you go.
All right, I'll speak for Chase. Hi, my name is Chase. If you would like to contact me, I am on Bumble and Tinder because I'm a very lonely person. Thank you. Jimmy, will you like to take it away? Yeah, dude, I got you, bro. Okay, I got you. If it burns when you pee, it's probably the cloud. Fluff, say the outro.
I'm
Is that the
really
outro?
sorry to everyone in YouTube land. Read your cards, know your plays. Like always, Fluff out.